positive vibes only.
Sending motherfucking. Hey man, say man, this your motherfucking boy. Cosmic light being dark matter, chaos being master teacher, master student, DeMarco. You new to the page, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you can become a part of the notification gang on the gang. You feel me? All constructive criticism welcome in the comment section, aka the knowledge box. Smash that motherfucking like button. It's free if it don't cost you nothing. If you appreciate the content, share the video. Share the video 9 times if you appreciate the goddamn content. Be aware of what's happening and what's to come, and we must discuss y'all so-called Illuminati alien invasion. We gonna dive into a little more specifics on the shooting down of objects, and it's going over motherfucking people's head. Mm-hmm. It is going over people's head. See, don't get it fucked up and get it confused, right? Hold on, let me slide my couch up. Don't get it confused, right? Don't get it confused, right? Don't get it fucked up. Because you got your government with they so-called UAPs. When you ever hear them talk about UAPs, that's the government shit. You feel me? That's the government shit. Or when they get on there and hesitant about what they done shot down, they don't know what they shot down. They ain't picked up the debris. That's when you know it's some shit that they don't care. That's the declassified information right there. The whole Chinese spy balloon shit is because of multiple celestial objects, what we would consider planets that's in the sky, and people are taking notice to it on a mass amount critically. We seeing non-man-made vehicles, which people would call UFOs, motherships, They in the sky increasingly. That's why a lot of goddamn flights been canceled for the, you know what I'm saying, the last past weeks and months. Flights been heavily canceled. Pilots seeing what they seeing. Pilots only able to fly at a certain altitude. They flying lower than a normal altitude because of the objects that's flying in the atmosphere. And I've been showing videos and videos and videos and videos upon videos of what you would call UFOs or motherships entering the atmosphere. You feel me? What we not knowing is that on the low, for the last 3, 4, 5 years, they already done, the fake alien invasion everybody be talking about that the government trying to stage, they already done staged it. The government done already staged it. That's why they came out and started telling you about UAPs and coming in with the bullshit footage that they show. You see, the news or the mainstream news don't really show the type of videos that we show. They don't talk about the cloak ships. They don't talk about the Star Wars, Star Trek cloak ships. We normally see the old regular metal aluminum tin shit or the grainy razor phone footage of images, videos that they show us. I'm showing you what's the real UFOs in the ships or what have you. We ain't seeing nothing but time travelers. We seeing ancestors that's watching them skies up there. The ancestors watching the skies up there. Also, that ain't nothing but our higher selves in those ships observing what's happening up in your so-called skies is happening in the inside of your body. Well, hold on. Let's y'all know I like to jam in the middle of my I like to jam in the intros. You feel me? All that. We finna get into that. We discuss the whole what's going on. World events. You'll be shocked to see the motherfuckers that would get up off these motherfucking ships or these motherfucking UFOs. You'll be motherfucking surprised. You'll be motherfucking surprised because y'all motherfuckers been wanting and damn near begging for blonde, blue-eyed, pale-skinned type of motherfuckers to get up off of those UFOs. When in actuality, you see these motherfuckers get up off these ships. You gonna see these motherfuckers get off these ships and they gonna look just like this picture I got up there. You gonna start, nigga like you gonna start bowing down to these motherfuckers. You gonna start bowing down. You gonna think these motherfuckers is your savior. When what Rashad Jamal said, the motherfucker gonna be like, man, get your stupid ass up, man. Get your goofy ass up, man. Nigga, we is you is us, nigga. Get your crazy ass up. Get your crazy ass up, nigga. Let's dive into this shit. Hold on. Y'all know I like to jam. Bear with me. Bear with me. Swear. Just being honest. No count. Hello. I keep an eye out for the numbers. I stay in contact synchronization. You ain't never met an entity with that much divinity. So stop the debate. Let me go ahead and get into this. Just so you remember this. 9 to the 9th power 9 is the high number in the universe. So I'm telling you, carbonated being they hate you because you infinite. You change different. We get metaphysical, so there's gonna be some how you learn. And we learn that we can change our shape, our avatar, and then shit, we become more eternal. I'm talking immortal, you did. Watch how the ancestors come in UFOs and swarm. Transcendent became death. Express what we born, but when you hear the information, don't be alarmed. They say to be calm when you do a little research on melanin. Getting deep into it, they gon' try to give you felonies. People been using our body for their recipes. So they got niggas in the melatonin, what you telling me? Then you call yourself a god, man, that's blasphemy. If you don't know the Spartan family, then
don't debate with me. It's the black woman that God, this is lunacy. Now I need to be in waking up, that's a threat to democracy. Hold up, Houston, we got a problem. Isaiah 45, I will give you the treasures of dark. Is it really esoteric, meaning your melanin carbon? Why you talking this metaphysical shit? I heard your reputation is torn. I beg your pardon, fuck around with them allegations. I've been living my best life, pussy nigga under no stipulations. Bitch, goddamn vibrate too high, running up currency and they start to hate. It ain't my fault, the universe keep giving me my manifestations. Break it down, Gnostic scriptures, they calling me Satan. Not one time did I say I'm the savior, colors and glacier. They be talking that spiritual shit, but these niggas be fakers. Hold on, we're gonna get into it, y'all. I just gotta put a little imagery out there. Hold on. I gotta put a little imagery out there. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh man, I gotta put a little more audio out there. Let me put a little more audio out there. Bear with me. Oh, don't tell me I just put the whole guy. I just put the same damn song out there, y'all. Come on, bear with me. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, gonna be, what is it, this one? Was it this one? Or is it this one? Okay, so it got to be that one. No. Hold up. So that one gotta be this one right here. There we go. Crazy. Master teacher. Master student.
Line them up.
DeMarco. Hold up. That was like you talking to dog like serious again. Damn right. We don't really want to hear that shit again, man. I don't know, but they never see me serve hand in hand. Why they mad? Cause they see me get in the field with them. They gon' say he's sin. Nigga, when you going in this physical, I can tell you all the time that this shit literal. Nah, you don't really want to see a nigga lyrical. All this shit falling down. They gon' say it's biblical. In proportion, he was scorching. She say when she hit me up all night, I get it the more. I get it all up. Ain't no choices, we gotta destroy it. This shit enlightenment, so they gon' enjoy it. They gon' absorb it, you know whatever they gon' resonate. How the circle going around them, just like a figure, hey, don't play. Hold on, they let they man astray. Say you in the facility, but never administrate. Hey, guess they just all in the way. Why the fuck these motherfucking niggas procrastinate? Love, I start breaking down the anatomy, they call me sane. Fuck it, I just feel the fucking greatest. I'm on another level. They gon' toss some bezels. Well, to me, all that money, change them to the devil. Okay, guess I need a motherfucking prowling. I don't know why they say they tryna steal growling. They wild, they freshin', they didn't need a stylist. Guess what? I'm higher than a fucking pilot. It could get a little bit critical. How they telling me they don't want me at my pinnacle? I just heard them in the talk. This ain't what he teach, but you do and you get on your knees. That's weird. Jesus, I'm weak. Let me free. And you all over the mama physique. That's weird. She the deity of the fucking universe. Add the universe B and it might get a little worse. Wanna talk creation? We talk detonation. That's what we do. And you don't know it's holographic matrix. Simulation, incubators. Cause I left them in the motherfucking baby stages. I'm sorry, son. I supposed to be getting spiritual. Track this bitch too hard. I could have kept it lyrical. They ain't want to see me with all them bows. Trying to get a little dough for my kids. Tell them a little gold. One word about the show. Niggas trying to stand on my toes. But they said I got in the fucking street and I broke the code. These niggas been broke the mold. To me, they was hoes. A nigga ain't gonna touch me. I'm just letting them know. Swear. Case closed. Swear. Ain't nothing to expose. Nothing. Check my aura. Check. Murder, he rose. Swear.
I swear. Get you acclimated to what's going on. Hold on, bear with me. I'm gonna play this right here first. I'm gonna play this right here first, though. I'm gonna play this right here first. Oh, gotta wait on that ad to get through, though. Gotta wait on that ad to get through, though. What y'all know about that? Hold on, let me see if they got something else for me. See if they got something else for me. See if they got something else for me. chilling. Hey man, say man, peace, love, light, and motherfucking darkness. That's what they said. The dormant 95% of our genetic material is named junk DNA by so-called biologists who assume that it's not essential to our evolution and this must be a mistake of nature. So-called DNA is the language of our soul covenant with life. Why you think they want you so detached from yourself? Why you think they didn't tell you got the ability, you got the ability of changing the frequency of thought, altering the harmonics of matter and applying the element of love, so-called love, to create intention, to create a desired result. You want to talk about climate control? Climate control is the control of you. Climate control is the kundalini energy that's in you. The kundalini energy that's in Mother Earth. The vibration frequency is at a maximum. Is at an all-time motherfucking high. Is at an all-time motherfucking high. Hold up, what happened to the oh, that was just one? That was just one track? That's just one track? We ain't worried about that new conscious community. That new Christian community. You understand why you say black women are the most that's under mind control? We the most mind control on religion. You just get your rest, get your download. You gotta set the intent before you go to sleep to your entire soul.
soul to be transported to the most beneficial timelines and to the most influential scenarios. Call in your downloads. Call back your power. The atmospheric pressure is heavy, very heavy. Why you think we never learned about our black so-called kings and queens in school? But they only just told us we were slaves of money and it worked. Imagine if we would have knew what our ancestors were, what we were, how powerful we would be, or we were teaching our children it's true. They were never slaves. We was enslaved on our own motherfucking life. Put under a motherfucking spell. One being relieved. Been a hell of a year, ain't students goddamn and kid in hotel collapse. Nurses with fake diplomas and shit, charging $15,000 for diplomas. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm saying $100 million wire fraud scheme they had going on. You feel me? What about that goddamn CDC tweet they deleted where they said they ready to work? Hmm. How you can touch powerful crystals that will transfer within your soul the knowledge of advanced technology as well as hyper advanced intelligence. I'm talking about devices out there of pure dark energy intelligence. Oh yeah. Can we talk about it? What about the CDC deputy director arrested for crime? Oh yeah. Indeed. Can we talk about it? As the motherfucking material world continues to crumble, a lot of people who are stuck in the motherfucking third density mentality will start verbally attacking the chosen because we are exposing beliefs in illusion. You feel me? As business, religions, and politics and the monetary system and the fiat dollar diminishes, 85% of people who don't have a purpose outside of this elusive framework. Y'all have to understand and understand and overstand. It's not about what you got. It's about who you are mentally and spiritually. You divinely got that global aura. Okay, stand high for faith you, love you, praise you, without even you motherfucking asking them to. Because your intent is pure. You feel me? Your energy is authentic. It's different when you walk into a room and people respect you for who you are mentally versus who you are materially. You feel me? This is why the rest of the fourth dimensional energy engineers that catastrophic earthquake in Turkey. There will be more once Pluto into Aquarius, they said in the beginning of the new year. A lot of people not mentally built for what's to come because they've been socially engineered to go
along and get along with the money and the status of the material game. It's made them motherfuckers docile to what the fuck really going on. You go right there. You go right there. Yep. I'm talking about colossal plasma energy discharges because of the increased speed of our ground moving counterclockwise. Respective tribe of the earth that told you this shit going down. Can't be yes, I'm talking pound for pound, let me loose. Third period when I'm flying through the air, swoop. Think the government is still out there. Everybody locked up and you is not aware. All words are stage. I'm not really a geneticist, but I get in genetics in the universe because I inherited it. Oh, I'm here at the right time. I ain't trying to tell you to bow down because I'm not a shrine. I started elevating, not even to see me decline. I'm still doing fine, doing my business, growing fine. We see all these frequencies, like the active, they can't get rid of me. I'm too cosmic, baby. Gotta break down all the shit. Cause when I learn it, I break it down. Cause I'm not here to keep it. Oh, energy sweeping. They asking me while I'm rapping. I come straight from the bottom. People out there just trapping. Trap the business trap. They know about the third eye. It's just a sham when you learn all of this shit live. I'm here to pass time. They want this supreme conscience. I'm trying to be too ultimate and always gotta be honest. It's self mastery. You can't even know yourself. Stepped in the shadow realm. It was better for my health. Uh, I gotta decode, decipher all this shit. They were like, calm down, boy. You looking like a lick. You looking like a brick. You talking nanobots. You let them inject it in the robot. Hold on, let me turn that one right now. We ain't on that one. Hold on. I can fuck with that. 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 You don't know the greatness that you come from. Come from. You don't, you don't know the greatness you come from. Yep. Religion. Our religion create a worldwide make believe. Nothing in religion related to objective reality, to science, to real life. You couldn't break it down. They want me to be metaphor twice in the middle of the night. You have petition. Nothing you need to do, it will be done for you through you. As long as you reconnected with the divine internally, guess what? It's going down. Those who dare to come up against you, the ones I'm talking about, don't respect you, thinking that they can't get over you, but knowing damn well and they told you the truth. They will surely find out how gangster your Kundalini is and round. You know that I'm too real. Hold up. You know the backbone to your health. You know the ride or die energy that's good for your well. Get ready for whatever. Hold up, but live by.
round. They were like call this shade. How I'm doing this because these niggas nothing but false prophets, and they prophets. I guess I ain't said right. Lions and tigers and bears. I had to get my fucking mental right. Okay. Okay. You know the ancestors, they are reaching out from the higher plane of existence. You ain't see them goddamn images of the ancestors that's in your life. We are in the age of Aquarius, aka the age of information. Before the arrival of Europeans in the Siberian, before the motherfucking out of Africa theory was created, he was everywhere on this motherfucking plane of existence. You gotta be a motherfucking free thinker up in this shit. You got to be a free thinker up in this shit. No lie, you got to be a free thinker up in this shit. Let's go to the next video. Let's go to the next video. Hold on, bear with me. I'm gonna play this one right here because I want to start with this one. Hold on, let me play that right here. Let me play that right here. Greetings. 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 No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could have kept like I did. I could have kept like I did. Yeah, so I could have kept like I did. Yeah. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look at that so much shit. Excuse me, pardon me. I've been looking at so much shit, but definitely tonight, no lie, no cap. Let me check it out. Like, I still got the tab up right here and everything. Like, right here, I got the tab up still to check it out and everything. You feel me? Ready? You feel me? I got it pulled up ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the page with the 1,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? It looks 904. I'm looking at it right now, ready to check it out. But you feel me? Been having, you know what I'm saying? Looking at a lot of shit, checking out a lot of shit going on. But I got you, no lie. No lie. I'm gonna check it out. But before we get into this goddamn video, I wanted to let me make sure I got it queued up. Let me make sure I got it queued up. I got it queued up. Okay, I got it queued up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into this motherfucker, hold up, this goddamn secret covenant, which most people think one of the Rockefellers. You know what I'm saying? Most people think one of the Rockefellers, you know what I'm saying, came up with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of a lot of this shit, we think that these people bring the shit. You feel me? We think that the Rockefeller or the Rothschilds, I mean to say the Rothschild, we think the Rothschild involved with, you know what I'm saying, the Pope and the Vatican and the Queen, you know, the British Royal, you know what I'm saying, the British Empire. We think all of them is the motherfuckers that so called running the world, the China, and we think they the ones that pulling the string. We think the whole, we think the government, all them is the ones that really running this whole grand scheme. Let me pull this up right here. I said in the cut down, I said in most of the video, hold on, hold up, repeating me. I said it all the time. I ain't put Peter. I ain't keep fucking with me. I'm not that with me. That way, my mom let you that. So we're gonna pull this up right here.
We're gonna pull this up right here. We're gonna pull this up right here. Real deep state. You feel me? We gonna this one a little more accurate right here. This right here, this one right here, let me sit back a little bit, goddamn fucking up the whole super darkness of space. You know what I'm saying? Like a virtual background. But this is a more accurate presentation of who really runs. You know what I'm saying? Because we think that the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, and the Rothschild, we're gonna put them all right up. Because that's where a lot of pyramids stop at. They stop at the Vatican. I mean, it starts with the Vatican. They always sometimes have that eye off. We thinking that the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, or whatsoever is in the Rothschild. We think them the people that are pulling the strings out of all this time. Even if you want to go back further in time of rulers such as Constantine, put some people that's in the Vatican slash Roman Catholic Church slash British Empire slash Rothschild Empire. I'm talking about like the upper echelon. You feel me? As Constantines and shit. See, these people was put in two positions. These people was put in two positions. Like I was just saying, we were just your Jews, because they know who I should have said that too, because that's who fall in that category too. Your Jews, your sensitive ass Jews, because it's like two such sets of Jews. The Jewish community, not the, you know what I'm saying, not your regular rabbis. We talking about the Jesuits. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the society of Jesus. That's what we talking about. All these people run with the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, the Rothschild, the Rockefellers. We ain't even mentioning. We talking about the most powerful people that we've been taught about, or haven't talked about, or have been talked about. The hidden hand. You see, they got archons, other invisible matter, higher level malevolent extraterrestrials, and they got in parentheses. They got the Illuminati. They put lower level malevolent, but they ain't put benevolent in. But lower level malevolent extraterrestrials, and they put Dracos and reptilians. But see, that's how they confuse you. Then at the top of the highest level, they got highest level malevolent extraterrestrials who literally exist and feed off fear, death, pain, suffering, misery, and sacrificing controller of the art. Where they get it twisted is where they got it twisted is we gonna put we gonna label this the black nobility. We gonna look a group of niggas decided to create other races to put them as the front of the motherfuckers that run the world to keep the so-called black people around the world oppressed, suppressed, subjugated, poisoned, docile, sleep. What motherfuckers they won't put all this up in there, but not realize that we go, for the lack of a better phrase, we go call them the black nobility.
around belonging to Italy or somewhere in France, when in actuality, you got a hidden hand group of motherfuckers that controlling all. Yeah, let's continue though. Continue. Also, this covenant, this, this covenant, right? Hold on, this covenant, right? We think David Rockefeller, Rothschild, Jacob Rothschild, we think one of them created this. But like I said, it's a hidden hand that's in control that we don't even fathom to even. Let's go. And we're gonna point out some of the things that let us know that this was given. Somebody told him to write this. You can tell what type of people wrote this. But let's go. Whenever you want to come on, and illusion, it will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. Right off the bat, I already know this is the motherfuckers that created the other races right here off the gate. I already know off the gate. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. When we thinking, oh, the middle class, the upper class, you got your KKK, your white supremacy, and you got your rich, your wealthy, so far and so far and so far. Yeah, let's continue. I should have had that plan as we was going through it. Hold on, bear with me. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak by pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, agent accelerators, and settles in food and water, also in the air. Hold on. We will give them agent accelerator. We will use soft metals, agent accelerators, sedatives in food and water, also in the air, and they will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn out. Who has been blanketed the most by poisons when it comes to the air, the water, the food, sedatives in food, the cancer that's in food, the soft metals, the agent accelerators, all that. Oh, okay. hmm The most. The soft metal will cause them to lose their mind. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poison will be absorbed through their skin and mouth. They will destroy their minds and reproductive system from all this. Their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. It's all coming out now. The poison will be hidden in everything that surrounds them and what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. Even with your goddamn wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poison, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poison. They will see our products being used and filmed and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect when they give birth. We will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their health. We will start early on when their minds are young and we'll target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases, for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. Hold up. We will consider them, for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods so that they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and gains, so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as a weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within, and we will own business both sides. We will always hide our objective, but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we shall prosper from their toil. I want y'all to tell me who y'all think they talking about the most now. Our families would never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way we will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits us best. We will make them rip each other's hearts out apart and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend, and the hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors as long as we see it. Now tell me who you think they talking about the most. I want you to tell me who they talking about. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided. The tools will be provided. Hold on. The tools will be provided by their labor, who will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. We will always have the divine truth from them that they are all one. This they must never know. They must never know that color is an illusion. They must always think that they are not equal. Drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over the land, resources, the wealth, to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will fill the little freedom they will have. We will establish a money system. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we shall accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world. For we shall own all the media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and be sentiment in our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of their own to carry out our own plans. We will promise them eternal life, but eternal life they will never have, for they are not of us. The recruits will be called initiates. That's what the people that they hire, the people that run with your Jesuits, all of them been running with them for thousands of years. That's the initiates. They will be indoctrinated to believe false rights or passage to higher realms. Members of these groups will think they are one of us, never knowing the truth. Never knowing the truth. We will recruit some of their own. They must never learn this truth, or they will turn against us for their work. They will be rewarded with early things and great titles, but never will they become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach the higher realms for the killing of their own kind. Uh, They will never reach the light and travel the stars. They will never reach. They will never reach the higher, higher realms for the killing of their own kind. Now tell me who goddamn doing that? The goddamn. Mm. Who they say doing the most? Who doing it the most? For the killing of their own kind. Uh, will prevent passage to the realm. Well, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. This they will never know. Who they talking about? Who they talking about? You thinking the so-called government running the world? Mm-hmm. We was taught that the government got down, they run the world. We thinking the Federal Reserve and central banks and United Nations banking complex, Council on Foreign Relations, Business Advisory Council, the fucking Bilderbergers. If I said that goddamn right, you know what I'm saying? When in actuality, they is up under the Vatican and the Roman Church and the Rothschild and everybody else, right? Everybody else, right? These motherfuckers the one that control all your fake kings and queens, and we thinking that Rothschild and them been putting these people up. You know what I'm saying? We thinking the Rothschild and them and all them putting them on when these the motherfuckers that own your queens that you done seen, your fake kings and queens you've been seeing broadcasted on the media and shit. Mm-hmm. When indeed, hold on, let me go right here, bear with me. The states, Alabama, all the way from Brazil, Abner, who, uh, who, we got a live viewer. We got a live viewer right now in the comment section. You see it? It gets all over the place. The lecture gets all over the place. The lecture gets all over the place. Who watching with us right now? Drop it in the comment section, aka the knowledge box, right quick. If you ain't scared. Oh, let me see. They gonna see. See, they gonna respond real quick. Hold on, bear with me. See, they gonna respond right quick. Anybody gonna respond? Nobody gonna respond. This the hidden hand. This the hidden hand. This the hidden hand. Let me go back. Let me go back. Hold on. The truth will be hidden in that face, so they will. Hold on. I ain't shared it back. Hold on. I ain't shared it back. I ain't shared it back yet. Hold on, bear with me. The truth will be hidden in their face so close they will not be able to focus on it until it's too late. Oh, yes. So grand the illusion of freedom will be that they will never know that they are our slaves. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let me go right here. Hold on. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. Ad right there. Hold on. Skip that ad right there. Bear with me. Hold on. Let me share this screen right here. Bear with me. I apologize if the video echoes. I apologize if the video echoes.
After the Chinese spy balloon, now the US shot down another unidentified object over Canada. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau ordered an unidentified object flying over the country's northwest to be shot down. In a tweet, PM said the operation was under North American Aerospace Defense Command, a combined organization of the United States and Canada, and that a US F-22 fighter jet successfully fired at the object. Defense Minister Anita Anand said that the object was cylindrical in shape and smaller than the Chinese balloon that the US shot down a week ago.
The object was flying at an altitude of approximately 40,000 feet, had unlawfully entered Canadian airspace, and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. The object was downed approximately 100 miles from the Canada-United States border over Canadian territory in central Yukon.
This is the latest in a series of mysterious air intrusions as the week-long balloon saga has intrigued people globally. Notably, this was the third object to have been shot down in the last few days. A week earlier, the American military had brought down a Chinese surveillance balloon off the South Carolina coast. The Chinese balloon in the US airspace escalated the tensions between the US and China. But Beijing said that it was a civilian airship which was used for research, mainly meteorological purposes.
All the Canadians have directly said yet where those identified objects have come from or exactly what they were. But the insinuation from those nations is pretty clear that they believe it's possible they've come from China. Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, no less, has said he thinks it's likely they were part of a fleet of balloons coming from China. So all eyes were on this room today and on what the Chinese would say in response to that. This is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs here, and we attended a daily press conference that happens. The Foreign Ministry spokesperson who led the press conference was asked multiple times by multiple journalists whether China would confirm or deny that those three unidentified craft that have been shot down over the weekend had anything to do with China. And he didn't confirm or deny that. What he did do was respond with a big dollop of defiance. There was a pretty lengthy speech from him about how the fact that it is America, he says, that is the most aggressively surveilling country in the world, that it is America that other countries need to be worried about. And he offered this as a new piece of detail. He said that since January 2022, America has sent at least 10 spy-type balloons over into China's airspace.
I get off the line.
Before the order to shoot it down, and the pilot's assessment was that this was not manned.
On a different subject, after the State of the Union address, minutes after he finished delivering the State of the Union address, President Biden encountered in the halls of the Capitol Brittany Alconis, the wife of your Navy comrade Ridge Alconis, who, as you know, remains imprisoned in Japan. And the president told Mrs. Alconis, we're going to get this done. I wonder if you can tell us if the Alconis case figured in the conversation that the president had with the Japanese prime minister when he visited here last month, and if you can flesh out the president's promise to Mrs. Alconis. I know generally you don't like to say a whole lot about these kinds of efforts, but what can you tell us about what's being done on behalf of Lieutenant Alconis?
I would go back to what I said to you last time, James. I mean, the president's well aware of this case, and he's well aware of what the family's going through. He's also well aware of concerns by the Japanese government with respect to their judicial system, appear to be open right now. Secretary Austin made
the object and the balloon were both discovered when they're already flying over U.S. airspace. Shouldn't they be detected before they enter the U.S.?
I think we're going to continue to learn a lot about how these things are or can be detected in a better way. You heard the Northcom commander talk about certain gaps that he felt he had in his domain awareness. So from this incident last week, we'll certainly learn about the capabilities of that surveillance asset, but we also expect to learn more about our own processes and our own systems for detection and tracking. I don't want to get into exactly how this one was detected, but I can assure you that that we're going to continue to try to improve our own knowledge base with respect to these systems.
Weaponization. Great to have you in focus.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
About as transparent as Elmer's glue. Why is that? Why can't we have at least some answers?
Well, and so, yeah, they're going to brief the Senate and they're going to brief the House a little later on, but they need to brief the American people. But remember, Harris, they started out with this entire episode never intending to tell the American people what they knew. And that was what they knew was a Chinese surveillance plane or balloon that was traversing our nation. They didn't intend to ever tell us that. And in fact, they were so intent on that they were expected Secretary Blinken to still go to China while a Chinese surveillance balloon is over our mainland. And it wasn't until the media finally reported it that they had to deal with it. They've been secretive about this the entire time, and it leads to so much wild speculation. For heaven's sakes, just tell us what you know.
I want to take a look now at the press secretary for the White House, Karine Jean-Pierre, because she was very dismissive. Watch.
I know there have been questions and concerns about this, but there is no indication of aliens or extraterrestrial activity with these recent takedowns. It was important for us to say that from here because we've been hearing a lot about it. I'm not.
Would you tell us?
I'm just, I loved E.T., the movie, but I'm just going to leave it there.
Okay, she does realize that this is an issue of national security. We need serious people. Congressman, a new op-ed with this headline: Team Biden needs to explain what the hell is going on. That's a quote. And another calls the extraterrestrial talk a distraction. House Foreign Affairs Committee Chair.
See, they got their own agenda going on. The fake government actors up there. But they won't show you no shit like this. They ain't gonna show you no shit up there cloaking up that motherfucker. No, they ain't gonna show you nothing up there cloaking with that holographic technology. Hold on. Let me go right here.
Got a lot of stuff going on that I want to get to in this video. UFO has actually been trending around the world today, and that's a topic that we touch on quite frequently. You guys send me videos of various things around the world in the day and nighttime sky, and I've got several new examples, and I'm going to share with you guys of things flying around in the sky that we just simply don't know what they are. That's all. Even some things, really cool observations from the International Space Station. But first, over here at foxnews.com, article dated February 12th, 2023, 1:07 p.m. Eastern Time. FAA abruptly cancels national defense airspace over Lake Michigan after reporting potential contact. Never seen anything like that. And this is after the same thing occurred in airspace above Montana. Right now, there's a couple of planes up here in the northern Lake Michigan area. This is a plane right now that's been flying up here for several hours. I've got a video from this exact location right here. See where this plane has been circling the blue line? That plane was circling there for about an hour. I've got video footage from that exact area. Young lady saw something up here in the nighttime sky. She couldn't identify. There's a plane right now up there checking out that location. Not only one, but two. This plane right here has been circling above northern Lake Michigan, and that's the area that they were talking about right here in this article that, again, you can find linked down below in the description box. So to go over some of the things that have unfolded, especially over here around North America, this is what we've had go on in the last couple of weeks. Chinese spy balloon taken down, NASA planes take to the skies, not only one, but two, a UFO taken down above Alaska, a UFO taken down above Canada, something enters the atmosphere above Montana, part of Montana declared basically a no-fly zone for a while by the DOD. A hovercraft lands on Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A NASA plane takes to the sky, patrolling above the East Coast, as you're going to see here in just a moment. USAF Stratotanker that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video, doing aerial recon above in big going on. It sure looks that way. This is of some sort of a convoy. Don't know exactly where. I'm thinking either Wyoming, quite possibly Montana. Right now, guys, I'm not 100% sure. I tried to look at this license plate, and I made a comparison that I'm going to show you guys in this video.
Hold on, bear with me.
to get. It's a little bit out of focus, but they pulled over to the side of the road because of this that was coming their way. It was being escorted, this object right here on the back of this truck. Other than that, I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to assume anything. It's just something unique. Almost looks like a dome, maybe a saucer, possibly have been in Wyoming. And this next segment was an observation made above Montana from February 11th of 2023. Oscar G. And what this looks like is space debris, but it almost appears to be going up. You're going to see trails behind these various objects in the sky, behind these objects moving in an upward direction. See that right there? How they appear to be going up instead of down. So not quite sure what we've got going on there, but another unusual observation, this time in the sky above Montana. Next, we're going to hear from a pilot talking to the control tower as he spotted something above his aircraft. Not sure where he's flying, but we're going to listen to him explain to what he just saw from his airplane at about 40,000 feet as he's talking to ground control.
Targets up here, we just had something go right over the top of us that, I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast that went right over the top of us.
And that was a pilot talking to ground control. This is a recent news briefing from the Pentagon, and they're talking about all of these unusual observations that are being made in the sky, primarily above North America. Here we go.
Everyone, thanks very much for your patience while we were delayed a little bit. I have a few things to talk about up top, and then we'll get right to your questions. So first of all, to add to information already provided earlier by the White House, at the direction of the President of the United States, fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command successfully took down a high-altitude airborne object off the northern coast of Alaska at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, within U.S. sovereign airspace over U.S. territorial water. On February 9, North American Aerospace Defense Command detected an object on ground radar, and further investigated and identified the object using fighter aircraft. The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. U.S. Northern Command is beginning recovery operations now. U.S. Northern Command's Alaska Command coordinated the operation with assistance from the Alaska Air National Guard, Federal Aviation Administration, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have no further details about the object at this time, including any description of its capabilities, purpose.
Oh, shit, that's a goddamn lie. They know every goddamn thing else, supposedly. Get what? The drama gonna continue to escalate as we shift into higher motherfucking dimensions. More shocking motherfucking events wrapping up. These last couple years, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, these been light. You know what I'm saying? If it jump up, if it jump up a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? If it ramp up. Only souls ready for ascension isn't ready. I mean, isn't moved by the drum because they are, you know what I'm saying? We busy creating in higher vibration. Creating a higher vibration. You feel me? Compassion is basically embedded in the higher vibrational person, so there's no need to prove our love. You feel me? We embody love and create it in our lives spiritually. You feel me? We don't dwell on what we cannot change or become emotionally invested in people's creations. Basically, we do the best we can on what we can do and what we have control over, and that's our motherfucking selves.
Or origin. The object was about the size of a small car, so not similar in size or shape to the high altitude surveillance balloon.
Hold on. Let me go right here right quick, since he said that right there. Hold on, since he said that right there, hold on, let me see where it is. Hold on, let me see, can I find it? Hold on, bear with me. Right here. Hold on, let me go back. I recorded this one right here. I guess that's a plane. It didn't make no noise. It didn't make no noise. Let's go back.
That was taken down off the coast of South Carolina on February 4.
So that was a briefing from the Pentagon talking about unusual, unknown, unidentifiable, however you want to describe them, unknown objects in the skies above North America. This next segment goes back to February the 5th. And this is when I noticed two NASA planes over here at Flight Radar 24, plane over here on the left, plane over here on the right. They go up into the Ottawa area of Canada, and they do recon up here for several hours as if they're looking for something. This is one of the planes right here. It was up there for probably 6 hours doing recon, and this is the flight path of the airplane. You can see the circles it made where it would circle there, here, down here. And again, this was on February the 5th. This plane was up there for several hours. Today, February the 12th, noticed another NASA plane, this time off the east coast of the United States, just north of where the hovercraft made landfall in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This plane right here is flying at an altitude of 60,000 feet. Airplanes typically fly at around 39, 40, maybe 41,000 feet, sometimes a little bit higher, but rarely do they ever get up to 60,000 feet, especially commercial aircraft. This plane here was flying the entire flight, or the majority of the flight, at 60,000 feet. And this next segment is of the hovercraft making landfall on Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And this would be south of where the NASA plane was flying recon earlier, just north of this location here, not area. And she said this thing just looked out of place. And here's a few examples of things recently seen in the nighttime sky. North sky object. This was video taken by Wes A. from Texas on 2/9 of 2023. He was looking in the north sky for the comet, and he was using a telescope. So this footage right here was taken through a telescope. This is some sort of an unknown object in the northern sky. Unusual video footage sent in by Wes. The video was taken out of Texas. And again, that's of the northern sky. And this next segment was a video taken by Mary Hall from the International Space Station. You're going to see an object tumbling in the sky, high in the sky, above planet Earth on the dark side of the Earth. Watch this object right here. We're going to zoom in real close. You're going to see this is clearly some sort of a fairly large object that's high enough up in the sky to where it's able to reflect sunlight on the dark side of the Earth. This thing is clearly some sort of an object that is tumbling in the sky above Earth, noticed by Mary Hall from the International Space Station. I have more footage here from the International Space Station by Frank R. This footage is from 2/8 of 2023. And here we go. Right here, I'm zoomed in on the location of the International Space Station at the time of this video recording. And it was out above the Argentine Sea. So what you're about to see here is not land. This is what came into the field of view, and that's what compelled Frank to take this video. Something that looks like a fleet of lights that was out in the ocean. I mean, if those are ships, those are really, really big ships. You got to keep in mind that the ISS is 250 miles above the Earth. And I don't think ships would be traveling this close together. Those are almost on top of each other. Don't know what these are and don't claim to know. Just yet another unusual observation from the International Space Station. There has been a boatload of activity above planet Earth. And right here, you can see where the space station was at. It was nowhere near land. It was out above water at the time these things right here, whatever they are, were observed. Good observation by Frank. This next segment comes from Scotland, South Dakota, of an unusual object in the nighttime sky. Video by Athena from January 25th of 2023. You're going to see this one and yet another one very similar to this one in the northern part of the United States, where there are currently aircraft doing some sort of recon missions, like they're up there looking for something, as they're talking about unidentified objects being spotted in the sky.
It's red and green and it flashes. There's no sound.
Wow.
Keep in mind, she lives up here in this area and has never seen anything like that in the nighttime sky. And once again, that's where planes are currently doing recon right now as I do this video. I've got two more examples of objects, much like this one here. You just saw this one out of San Antonio, Texas by Tracy from January 13th of 2023. Just another example of an unusual object in the sky, guys. I've got dozens and dozens to share with you guys. This is heavily zoomed in. This object was a great distance away, and this one was out of southeast San Antonio, Texas. And another one from the southern part of the United States by CJ out of Tucson, Arizona from February the 11th of 2023. Said this thing here looked completely out of place, had never seen.
Let me go to the next one. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me. All right, hold on. Okay, they got the ad on. I got it blocked. Hold on, bear with me.
Day. There was a lot of activity out here in the Gulf of Mexico, as you can see from this screen grab over here at FlightRadar24.com. There were planes circling over here in this area for the better part of 2 hours. All of these planes.
Yeah, guess what? Whenever there's a big story in the media, you got to look for the story they trying to distract. You feel me? Our true purpose is to get back to our God chaos being self. Anything short of that is the waste of motherfucking time.
You see right here, we're doing recon out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and now the area is clear and there's no flights going through this area where the planes were at earlier. I've got a lot of information I want to get to in this video. We're going to start off with a senator, Senator John Kennedy, who came out of an intelligence briefing today on Capitol Hill, and he briefly spoke to the press, and here's what he.
And at the same time, guess what? They know you got Kundalini energy, black goo, dark matter climbing up the base of your spine at a cosmic serpentine genetic frequency.
He had to say about this ongoing UFO phenomenon.
They're lost. They can't find them. The remnants are in very difficult terrain, low temperatures. Lots of inclement weather, and they're looking, but they haven't been able to find them, except for these pipelines.
When you say that there's been many...
address the nation. Well, I think that given where we are and the impression that this is some sort of circumstances that's happened in the last couple of weeks, I think at a minimum, our director of national intelligence should go in front of the American people and explain what we know, what we don't know, without divulging any classified information. But it's clear to me this is not a recent phenomenon.
And why do you think the administration waited until now to start bringing this to light? If this has been happening.
I don't know.
Roger Marshall said he feels it's like a fear mongering. It's intentional fear mongering.
I don't know. I just know that going into the last two hearings, I had the impression that this was something that had happened over the last 2 weeks, and that's not accurate. This has been going on a long time.
Do they give an explanation as to why they're shooting them down now? Why
Nope,
they're deciding?
they did not. I just know that we need some more transparency. I understand the need for national security secrets, but now that this cow is out of the barn, the president and the director of national intelligence needs to address it. They need to explain to the American people, if they know, and I'm not sure they know. If they know, they're not telling us what these things are, who put them up there, and do they pose a threat to the American people? And if the answer is no, how do they know that?
The unification of the soul and the mind.
Learning what you've just learned, do you feel like the threat level is low,
activated by the Christ consciousness. The awakening of the mind has the ability to manipulate the transmutation.
If you are confused, you understand the situation perfectly.
Sometimes.
That's from today, just a few hours ago. Senator John Kennedy out of Louisiana talking about this ongoing UFO phenomenon, especially above North America. And we've been talking about this type of stuff for a long, long time. I've got more video footage I want to share with you guys today of more sightings, and the sightings have increased, and they've been increasing, especially I noticed since this event occurred in Las Vegas. Do you guys remember this? Back in December of 2022, I want to share with you guys some video footage from Las Vegas. This is a collection of videos of the same object in the nighttime sky above the Las Vegas Strip. This first section was by Read It 85, and you're going to see a collection of lights in the sky. There's some clouds, and it's a little difficult to make out because it's kind of embedded in the clouds. That flashing light you see right there is from a large stadium light, a collection of stadium lights on the ground that are sweeping through the nighttime sky, and every once in a while, one will reflect off of the bottom of this object. So that tells us that right there, it did it again. So that tells us that there's definitely something physical, or there was something physical in the sky above Las Vegas. You can see here this video by Mr. P, people standing out in the parking lot looking straight up in the nighttime sky. You don't see that very often. Hot head Brett sent in this video footage, and you can kind of get a little better look here. Again, it's cloudy. This thing was kind of tucked up in the clouds. If this were a blimp, you would know it. It would be down below the clouds more than likely. You can see a corner over here, and over here. Almost looks like an isosceles triangle with something in the middle. I don't know what these things are. They're features of some sort, but again, they're very difficult to identify with. I don't know what those are. There's a good look right there. See right there? See that triangle shape? Long on this side, long on this side, short on the back. That's an isosceles triangle up in those clouds. That's why the people stopped in the parking lot and on sidewalks. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of people that saw this thing in the nighttime sky above the Las Vegas Strip back in December. And the reason I'm showing you guys this is just in case you haven't seen it. Number two, I noticed a big increase in videos from you guys of various things, not only in the nighttime sky, but the daytime sky as well. Once this thing appeared above Las Vegas, I've been getting videos, multiple videos every single day of things in the sky that are unidentifiable. And as the senator said here in this briefing today, he said that this is something according.
Phone charging slowly? This is the fastest phone charger on the market.
There's a 90%.
To what he learned today, that's been going on for quite some time. And is not difficult to see. This was sent in by Lorena from February 12th of 2023. And see how this looks like a large, what looks like maybe a diamond in the sky? Look at that. This looks like, these lights look like they're part of something larger in the nighttime sky. I'm waiting to hear back from Lorena where this object was that she saw in the sky. And if you look close, you can see some straight line. They kind of look like a Starlink, but they're very random, scattered throughout the sky, going vertically very high up into the sky. And there's a lot of those things, whatever those may have been. I don't think those were Chinese lanterns because they went way high up in the sky vertically. Here's a cylinder, at least that's what it kind of looks like, by Tony out of Canada. February. I believe this was last night of 2023. It does have similarities to a Starlink as it enters early low Earth orbit. When they first get into orbit, their feature photo was sent in by CFM out of Portugal. Very cool skyline there. Time over here. You guys send me incredible video footage from all around the world of various things in the day and nighttime skies. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photo was sent in by CFM out of Portugal. Very cool skyline there at either sunrise or sunset. Quick look at the GOES X-ray flux. You can see there's been a few M-class solar flares here in the last 48 hours, and here's why. The Earth-facing side of the sun is absolutely loaded with very large active regions and sunspots, so look for that activity.
Loaded.
So look for this activity to continue, and any activity that does occur from these sunspots.
Hold on, bear with me. Hold on, let us go to the next one. Hold on, bear with me. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on, we're gonna go. We're going right. Hold on, we're going right here. I'm gonna go right here first.
Because there's supposed to be solar flares hitting the earth, you all. And you know, it doesn't take, really, if you think about it, it doesn't even take a solar flare to cause your body to be feeling things that you normally
Exactly.
didn't used to feel.
Exactly.
Solar flares aside, you all, it doesn't take solar flares to feel it, but are you feeling even more of what those solar flares would cause today as of a day when you wouldn't be feeling it, you all? Because some people do say, you know, hello there, Brian. Some people do say that the solar flares have a direct impact on your bodies, because we're like electrical systems ourselves, you all. Hello there, and good afternoon, you all. So you can feeling it, not yet. The 1.1 will see X-rays come in 8 minutes. And then the real rays are going to come in a couple of days. Oh, just right in time for the Super Bowl, right? Kind of. Oh,
Motherfucking stupid, Bo. You feel me? We here with goddamn raising the goddamn frequency. Hella goddamn energies. Let's go.
Rich the Prophet, honey, it's good to see you on here. You just got off of work, so you tune in with your cyber family. That's right, you all.
You know they was out there bitch celebrate. Yeah, I know they was out there celebrate.
The patron saint of epileptics, not lovers. You're a liar, and you're a crazy bitch. Better than a dead one. Let me in.
The association between mid-February and romance goes back to a pagan festival known as Lupercalia. Likely.
Do you know the real history of Valentine's Day? Started in Roman times as a pagan ritual to Lupercalia. I know this because my daughter did a report on it for school. The men of the towns would strip naked and run down the streets, beating unmarried women or infertile women, because they thought the beatings would somehow cure them or help find them a husband. Then they sacrificed a dog.
That's not true. It's to celebrate Saint Valentine, the patron saint of love.
Saint Valentine? The patron saint of epileptics, not lovers.
You're a liar.
And you're a crazy bitch.
Better than a dead one. Let me in.
The association between mid-February and romance goes back to a pagan festival known as Lupercalia.
Lupercalia. Maybe next year you will overstand and understand this. You niggas out here celebrating their rituals, worshiping their lies and honoring their ancestors and their darkness more than your honor, your ancestors, and your story. You keep doing this shit every goddamn year. Spending millions and millions and millions of billions of dollars on a holiday.
Romulus and Remus, or Faunus, their god of fertility. The festivities began with an animal sacrifice. Then the ritualistic slapping of young women with strips of the animal's skin and blood to bestow fertility for the coming year. In the 5th century, perhaps in an effort to Christianize the pagan festival, Pope Gelasius declared February 14th as St. Valentine's Day. And romance goes back to a pagan festival known as Lupercalia, likely honoring either Lupa, the she-wolf of Rome, who suckled Romulus and Remus, or Faunus, their god of fertility. The festivities began with an animal sacrifice. Then the ritualistic slapping of young women with strips of the animal's skin and blood to bestow fertility for the coming year. In the 5th century, perhaps in an effort to Christianize the pagan festival, Pope Gelasius declared February 14th as St. Valentine's Day. And romance.
I'm gonna let y'all finish, but the origin of Valentine's Day is super dark and super creepy. So it comes from an ancient festival called Lupercalia, where Roman priests would sacrifice goats and go out in the streets and blap women in the face with the wet carcasses. And when I say wet carcasses, I mean...
Blout there.
Well, let's put it like this. Why do you think we all wear red on Valentine's Day? Anywho, they would do this because they believed that it made the women more fertile, and that is where our problem begins. This, like so many other things in history, started with patriarchy. In this case, it was the idea that women's value was based on their ability to rear children, so much so that they would thwack you in the face with a goat, a dead one. Of course, now this holiday is no longer about that, and it is about love and joy. Except we made $25.9 billion! So even now, the holiday isn't as much about love, but about your ability to prove your love through some type of financial means. I'm not telling you to not celebrate the holiday, but I am telling you to be aware that patriarchy is intertwined with every single aspect of our society, and as Eckhart...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hello. So, there's a lot of people feeling it, even when the solar flares aren't hitting you all. So really, can we say the solar flares is the reason for all the feelings that we're feeling? Can we say, hey, Gina, honey, that's ascension symptoms. Your body's getting an upgrade. Well, if it's getting an upgrade, I'd like to, and so would a lot of other people, would like for you to take away the pain that comes with this upgrade to our bodies. You are feeling exhausted. Dora, you are in a funk right now. The auras around the sun, because the clouds are here. You know, it's completely blue where I'm at today. No pain again, Gina. You are going to have pain and fatigue. I'm going to have pain and fatigue. Why am I going to have pain and fatigue? Melissa, Gina, I am. No game.
Hey, motherfuckers that's vibrating on a low level and they multicellular organism. Guess what? I say it all the time. Anything over a motherfucker level 3 on the UV index starts to give other races the most severe form of cancer, which is motherfucking melanoma. Photodermatitis, allergic reaction to the sun. I'm not being allergic to the sun. All I'm saying, the sun is separating us. We in the great age of Aquarius, the age of information, the age of apocalypse. The germ killer, the detoxifier, the mutating wavelength is the UVC radiation. That's why these pilots is flying low, because that goddamn radiation is only not is them objects up there in the air they fly in. This radiation is hitting. It's hitting the so-called dome, firmament, also the core, the magnetic field, or being the core. When they said the core stopped spinning, they created a magnetic field that so-called help people from harmful radiation. Is being removed. The radiation is changing every living organism's DNA structure on the planet, separating the prokaryotic cell from the eukaryotic cell. Why do you think they say all this sun radiation and this cosmic radiation and this radiation from all these celestial objects that's in the sky? They say the radiation is harmful, huh? People talk about the firmament, the dome, magnetic field, ozone layer. It's shit being removed, which is intensifying the goddamn cosmic radiation. That's why we seeing motherfuckers dying and more diseases, viruses, neurological issues, cardiological issues, cardiovascular issues. I mean, you ain't see what they've been talking about. China is to 2%. China is to 2%. You feel me? There's a 22 movie called White Noise, and it's about a town that dies from chemicals released in the air from a train crash. The place this movie filmed in was East Palestine, Ohio, the same exact place where the last week's train derailment that released dangerous chemicals took place, and we gonna talk about it.
And then they're telling everybody it's fine? It's fine. Vinyl chloride, when you burn it, goes into the fucking atmosphere, bonds with water, and turns into acid rain. Acid rain. Shit, I thought Captain Planet handled all the acid rain already. And then they're talking about how down here the train company says it's fine. I'm not listening to the fucking train company. I'm on the other side of the fucking place. I live on the opposite side of Pennsylvania from this. But I'm still in America. Part of America is now covered in acid rain from an exploding train. And this is from the same fucking train company that made sure that the workers took fucking strikes. And they're like, all these workers want more money. These aren't storm clouds. This is always the fucking shit they burn off. And these
Yes, sir.
Gain? No pain, no gain. Ah, I see. Ain't no sunshine when it rains. Your ears are screaming. I've never heard the ears, the frequencies we've heard people hear as screaming. Wow, it must really hurt. It really must too. I'm an empath and you are feeling it bad. Really, why do some people feel more than others? And some would equate it to being an empath. They would, because they're ultra sensitive to certain types of frequencies. And there are people who are more sensitive than others. We got a dance party. I don't feel like dancing right now. I don't. Captain Smith, honey, Switch, honey, you are contacting Gina, honey, right now on here. I don't give out my email address or anything like that. I don't. And yeah, that's right. Maybe one day, Gina, honey, we'll get a web page. Maybe. Would I be able to maintain it? I doubt it. I doubt it. You are. I'm doing good to keep up with YouTube. I really am. And Facebook and Telegram and Instagram and Twitter, which I can't do at all. Yeah, William, honey, Goswick. What are you doing, William, honey? Let's see if I don't know where your comment went, William. Isn't that strange? You commented to William. Thank you, Rich the Prophet. But I can't see his comment on here. What happened to it? Christina Faith, what happened to William's comment? It literally just like disappeared. Hello there, Polly, honey. You are tired. T, honey, you do a live call-in. You want to do a live call-in? What's a live call-in? I don't think I've ever done a live call-in before. Gina, are you trying to say that you would never do one? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not. Sunny in Dallas, and your cat is grounding. That's good if you can ground. Oh, you're sitting in your pickup truck waiting on your wife to come out of an estate sale. Oh, that's so nice of you to do that for your wife. It really is. If they ain't got no man stuff, why do you want to go in there? If they ain't got my Wi-Fi out here, you all like that right there. Gina, honey, I hate it's missing something. It's missing my Ethernet. It will zoom up almost as far as my.
I wanted to get into the goddamn.
Look like a great big tree been sliced. Really?
But y'all see the title, Are You Feeling the Solar Flare Effects? Hold on, bear with me. Hold on, bear with me. Hold on, bear with me.
Super light buzz today. Definitely no anxiety over here. This story is one of the weirdest coincidences ever. People living in eastern Ohio evacuated their homes last week following a train derailment and chemical spill that sent toxic chemicals into the air. The crazy thing is, they did the same thing for a fictional disaster film a year ago.
Something that could actually kill someone.
Let's watch a sitcom or something.
No! Evacuate all places of residence.
All right, I'm going to break this down here.
Today, the EPA said the train that derailed and caught fire in East Palestine, Ohio, was carrying and actually released more toxic chemicals than was first reported.
That major train derailment in Ohio. Hundreds were forced to evacuate, and now they're complaining of headaches and sore throats. And what's even worse, some animals are dying.
People say their animals have become sick. Don't tell me it's safe. Something's going on if the fish are floating in the creek.
The movie is called White Noise. It came out on Netflix in November. It stars Adam Driver. The premise of the movie is this: a freight train derails and explodes, and families have to flee the toxic fallout. The film was shot all over Ohio. It features extras in vacation scenes, including a family from New Palestine. Ben Ratner and his family filmed a scene where they were sitting in a traffic jam of people who were trying to evacuate. Then last week's train derailment in real life and fire happened less than a mile from their home. They had to leave for real.
Yeah.
Isn't this wild?
Yes.
What? Yeah, the simulation is not even good. It's crazy. They stayed at town over a while authorities conducted a controlled burn to get rid of those chemicals. The EPA says there's no longer a risk to people in that area, but the family is not so sure. They told CNN they are not thinking that they're ever going to go back.
Man, at least they weren't in Don't Look Up.
That's true. Could have ended a little bit differently.
Been that
But
one
you said you saw this movie.
Don't Look Up is kind of coming true right now. I mean, with the 4 different objects in the sky.
50 cars went off the track near the Pennsylvania border, causing a day-long fire in that area. It looked like there was a mushroom fire, which was quite concerning in that area.
It's been 12 days since the fiery derailment of a train carrying hazardous chemicals through East Palestine, Ohio. Ohio officials confirming some 3,500 fish died in local waters in the days after the derailment.
This train apparently was not considered a high hazardous material train. Therefore, the railroad was not required to notify anyone here in Ohio about what was in the rail cars coming through our state.
I mean, this mayor went on. He had so many different press conferences. At one point, he told the people who live in a certain area they were going to die. Anyway, at this particular press conference, he went on to say this is absurd and Congress needs to take a look into the situation. Officials are assuring people in that area it's safe, it's okay to return. There are precautions despite complaints of persisting odors, reports of sick and dead animals, contaminated water. Some of the chemicals on the train are known to cause cancer.
Surveillance footage also shows the train on fire about 20 miles before it derailed with hazardous chemicals as it passed through Salem, Ohio. Officials lifted an evacuation order for residents Wednesday, saying the air and water are safe.
The state's Department of Natural Resources reports nearly 8 miles of waterways in the Ohio River are contaminated. At least 3,500 fish have died, and some residents say their cats and chickens have died.
So now they're even more concerned because they were told it was safe to go back. They've been drinking the water. Now they're told you can't.
Just don't know how much it has to go down for it to get good. It's already good. For real, for real, for real.
Have any sense here?
No, this ain't finna get what. We gotta let go of the fear and remember who we are. We are the ones who they fear. That's why they gotta manipulate us so much. Fear is their superpower. Once we lose the fear, the energy of the fear, we become that super being that we truly and divinely is. You feel me? So many of us gonna lose the motherfucking greatness because we want to see the results in your time. Not knowing that the planet, the so-called, you know what I'm saying, the planet is building better results for us. You feel me? Yeah, they ain't tell you goddamn a huge piece of the goddamn sun ripped off, goddamn. Huge piece of the motherfucker sun ripped off. And I always want to keep us distracted from ourselves. Now they coming out harder with they fake desperate move. See, the movie is just the alien. They shooting aliens down and coming. That's bullshit. That's they movie. Ain't nobody coming to goddamn take over with the government. They already took. It's already been took over. They, you know what I'm saying? It's you with the sky they see. Your vibration changing. All the vibration changes all around this bit. That's why we've been goddamn distracted with sporting events and drama amongst them goddamn elite puppet clones. You feel me? The planet and solar system has been doing hella interesting motherfucking thing. I'm talking about solar prominence. And you know, prominence are associated with the release of high energy particles, you feel me? Solar flares, solar storms. Releases a wave of energy, positively charged protons that can pass through the human body. If a prominence breaks apart, it produces a coronal mass ejection. The most extreme aspect of solar prominence is the coronal mass ejection. In addition, damaging communications, the intensity of a CME can drag on satellites and threaten their so-called orbits. I'm talking about all these goddamn electrically charged particles that we need to be receiving. The sun's corona. Because guess what? Our ancestors love the goddamn sun. Even though it's a goddamn covering up the real sun. We talking about so-called DNA activation. Them goddamn solar storms being cosmic dust of enlightenment. Particularly through us highly melanated people, non-ether beings. It activates us in a special way. That's why they definitely got to keep distractions out there for every new goddamn rapper out there. They got the Glorilla. They got Finesse 2 times coming back out to keep you docile. They got the new little 13-year-old, 12-year-old rapper talking about killing and grandma setting them up and smoking weed, tattoos, and you know what I'm saying? It's all about you. I'm talking about we transforming spiritually out of this bit, becoming highly intuitive and psychic. We seeking higher motherfucking knowledge and wisdom. I'm talking about space motherfucking weather. World Bank president leave Earth. I told you.
As to who could potentially replace David.
It's not a huge surprise. You know, it did look like the Biden administration, the U.S. administration did want to put their own body at the helm of the World Bank. It is a U.S. choice who gets to lead that, and Malpass was the President Trump pick. So it's not a huge surprise. It is a tumultuous moment because right now we're talking about a lot of Ukraine reconstruction. A lot of countries need help with their debt, with inflation.
All these motherfuckers gone. They been gone. Then they putting that fake ass spy balloon and the so-called UFOs out there. You feel me? Cause get what? They want you to believe that aliens developed technology for you know what I'm saying, inner space travel, right? Cloaking technology, right? They cloak in the clouds, right? Why they don't show them? They want you to believe these motherfuckers so advanced, come just to Earth to get their ass shot down by old buddy Justin Trudeau order because they violated Canadian airspace. That's what hold on. Hold up. Hold on. Let me pull me some pictures up right quick. Why they don't talk about them motherfuckers that be cloaking? Hold on, I want my good picture. I want the one with James Spann on it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that one with James Spann real quick, y'all. You feel me? All of a sudden during the stupid bowl, right? For the stupid bowl, the sky is crowded. You feel me? It traffic jams in the goddamn sky. LA traffic, Manhattan traffic, Houston traffic, Japan traffic, Tokyo traffic, Atlanta traffic in the sky. The airspace is crowded. The airspace is crowded. It being motherfucking crowded. We been, like Bobby Hemmings said, this shit been over. Mm-hmm. We will talk about how long they've been sterilizing our black girls, our black women, our black children. You feel me? Soon we come out the womb, we hit with a JAB. That's manipulating and destroying our genetic. Then put under the fake sun, the incubator, damaging our pineal gland via they fake radiation while we still develop. When we get down, we supposed to be in direct contact with the sun soon we come out the womb. But we hit with a goddamn artificial light. All the motherfucking rocket fuel and all that shit in the baby food, baby formulas and shit. Then we got them go to their school, We don't think that's a problem though. We get hit. We go to their school, deal with their GMO foods, even the energies and vibrations of everyone else. Then you have to learn that you were a slave and you amounted to nothing in history besides some fucking civil rights bullshit movement. Yeah. You go talk about school just like prison, but why they don't show the motherfucking ships that be up there cloaking? The shit damn near like on goddamn Star Wars. What is it right here? Hold on.
He turned it. Yeah, you hit. That nigga there cruising down the street.
Hold on, they go one right here. They go one right here. Hold on. Hold on, bear with me. They go one right here. They go one right here cruising. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? When you see the background, this the neural matter and the dark matter. This the carbon. You looking at condensed sunlight. Hold on, let me show this. Hold on.
Now he turned it.
The nigga was turning there, dog.
That nigga there cruising down the street in my 6'4". Ain't no blimp.
Look. Come on, the nigga was cruising on purpose. The nigga was cruising and scaling on purpose. And it wasn't the government. It wasn't the motherfucking government. It wasn't the motherfucking government. It wasn't the motherfucking government. Come on now. Restricting the airway. Restricting the motherfucking airway. The cylinder type they talk about on. Come on, we're going down there goddamn rabbit hole. We're going down that goddamn rabbit hole. We're going down that goddamn rabbit hole. Yeah, we're going down that goddamn rabbit hole. Y'all seen when that lightning strike goddamn knocked the head off the Christ in that goddamn in Brazil? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all see it? That nigga was cruising. I guess they gonna say that was the government. I guess they gonna say that was the government. That's what they gonna say that was the government. Oh shit, hold on. That's what they gonna say. They gonna say that was the government. You feel me? Okay. I'm just saying, we separate. They know the goddamn global economy in total shambles. Ain't no motherfucking government. The White House been motherfucking closed. You is the motherfucker. The chlorophyll. The shit you got is the same thing as chlorophyll. Mm-hmm. You're the super absorber of all forms of energy. I'm talking about black hole properties. Am I lying or am I not lying? Am I lying or am I? Why you think they wanted you why you so religious than everybody else? Huh? Why you so religious than everybody else? I'm just saying, our genetics is different. Our genetics is totally different. Totally different. Totally different. That's all I'm saying. Our genetics totally different. Hold on, let's go right here. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. Can we go right here? I want to talk about goddamn Mayans. Okay. We don't want to go that far. Do we not want to go that far? Oh, okay. Nobody want to go that far. Nobody want to go that far. We can't go that far. How strong your spiritual beliefs is. I'm talking about they got 53, at least 53 miles under the Vatican of information about you. You feel me? When religion created hell to make you fear dying, religions threaten you with eternal punishment because they cannot survive without your fear. They cannot. They can't survive without your goddamn fear. As we motherfucking rise. Then you got niggas that'll get emotional over the thought of Jesus dying on the cross than their own ancestors hanging from a motherfucking tree. Motherfuckers don't even know how, if the religious people at all don't have any idea how many people have been slaughtered, killed, maimed, raped, pillaged in the name of Jesus Christ. Even Christ himself said he returns. He's bringing a sickle for the reaping of the motherfucking harvest. Huh? Hold on, let me pull this up. There you go, right there. Been looking for it. Been looking for this picture right here. Hold on. After so long of trolling, not even just trolling James Spann. He finally come out with this summer Columbus Towers hell. Whatever the fuck he called the cloud. Come on now. They ain't gonna tell you about these motherfuckers right here. They ain't gonna tell you about this right here. They ain't gonna tell you about this right here. No, they ain't gonna talk about that. It's not fit for them to talk about that. Or even he don't know what he talking about. He don't know what he talking about. I'm talking about propaganda. They ain't gonna talk about, oh, this just cloud right here. This cloud right here. We could pull up so much cloaking technology from Star Wars and Star Trek. It'd be goddamn ridiculous. It'll be goddamn ridiculous. You'll lose your mind. Well, yeah, some of y'all done watched it anyway, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So it ain't even. It's easy to put two and two together with it. Then it's easy to put two and two together with it. Then it ain't even hard to It ain't even hard to decipher. Period. Point blank. Period. It ain't even hard to decipher that they don't talk about shit like that right here. And they want to put their rinky dink. They want to put their rinky dink UFOs on them. The ones that they created. They want to put their rinky dink UFOs on them. You know how they got like the space shuttle, that trash ass shit? Ain't no way the hell they go into space with that shit. You feel me? Ain't no way in the hell they go into space with that shit. Period and point motherfucking blank. You feel me? Like I said, all your governments and shit gone. Athletes and shit, higher ups gone. They been convicted. They all been goddamn convicted. We kept putting our power in the hands of these devils. You feel me? That enslaved and colonized in our own home. You feel me? The more we remember who we are, the more they fall and reveal themselves. They thought they had us figured out, but we keep exposing another God trait they never seen. You feel me? How you love the same God that belongs to your oppressor? When you created they motherfucking God. You created they motherfucking God. They don't even down there know who they God is. Who that is out there still watching? Branches. Is you still watching out there, Branches? So you gotta have the genetics of the universe. That's all I'm saying. Point blank period. Point blank period. And everything that they put out there on the news ain't nothing but entertainment. And they putting on the play, trying to reenact cosmic drama when we seeing right through it. We see right goddamn through it. Like it ain't that. We see right through the shit. You feel me? Existing by right according to birthright, to earth right, the first right. That's point blank period right there. That's point blank period right there. They still try to get us to get aboard with all the digital currency. They want us to get aboard with all the goddamn digital currency. That's the only reason why the money ain't gone. Because we the ones that got to get aboard with the goddamn currency. With the digital currency. Because it ain't going to take off unless whatever they want to jump off, they got to make us jump on it. And it'll take off. Just like they getting celebrities to wear these ugly ass Mario boots. You feel me? They got trends. 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 Motherfucking trends. When we down to the bottom of the motherfucking barrel. They knew then when they started shutting down borders and shit, like, hey, we got a goddamn law. We don't want all these niggas goddamn getting around each other, elevate. We don't want these niggas get around each other, goddamn elevating and spreading information and shit about them elevate. No, we can't even have that going on. We gotta keep these motherfuckers contained. We gotta keep these motherfuckers contained. Bring out some new goddamn characters. Send some of these motherfuckers to jail and shit. Fake jail. Bring the story out. Bring the script out with Gunna and YSL and shit. Bring that out. Bring that out so we can keep their ass unaware to what the fuck really going on. And that's that they got devices in the body that is basically coming online. You got devices in the body that's coming online. That's the motherfucking key. That's the motherfucking key. That's the motherfucking key. That's just like goddamn Bobby said, I wish a damn Jesus would come back talking about I come to save you. You feel me? And I done went through all these goddamn shit down here and your ass could have came back anytime your ass talking about you want to goddamn come back and save me. Nigga, you about to take this motherfucking ass whooping. You about to take this motherfucking ass whooping, my nigga. You about to take this motherfucking ass whooping. But man, we gonna get out of here. You know, we're gonna come back. Stay the fuck the hating. Stay the fuck away from hating. Stay on medication, aviating high positive vibrations. Only. Smash that